Hi, I'm Cindy Fox, and I'm the creator of the Art of Thinking. See, what I've come to understand over the last 40 years of giving workshops, seminars, is that thinking is one of our biggest problems. It's one of the biggest hurdles for us to get over. So when we can learn to master our thinking, we can change our life immediately. See, thinking is not a science. It's an art. It's an individual art. It's an individual art created out of our perceptions and observations in everyday life. So the benefits of this workshop can not only improve your personal life, your professional life, and yes, literally your health. When you learn to change your thoughts, you can change your life immediately. Now here's an example of the art of thinking. Because I don't know about you, but for years, my thinking was pretty well messed up. Okay? And the reason why my thinking was pretty well messed up is because I didn't know how to think. My thinking came automatically. And I didn't understand that. I didn't understand that whatever my ideas were, and usually what my likes and dislikes were, came from those that came before me. I was not raised in a wealthy family. I was not raised in a kind family. I was raised in a very confused family. I come from a family of 8. Now, if that won't cause confusion, what will? If that's not going to cause stress, what will? You know, who in this room right now would love to have 8 children? None of us. Unless you're really out of your mind. And then you better go think about it before you make number 9, okay? But my parents didn't think. They didn't think about what they were doing. They operated out of what they knew, just like me. I operate out of what I know. So do I operate differently today than I did yesterday? Yes. And why is that? Because I think different. Thought becomes things. So everything we do starts with a thought. Now, whether it's a good thought, a bad thought, a healthy thought, an unhealthy thought, everything comes from a thought. Because how does the human body work? We think. What's that thought do? Creates a feeling. That feeling does what? Creates an attitude. And then that attitude creates an action. Or we can have the thought, which creates the feeling, then has the attitude, which creates fear, and there is no action. I didn't understand that. I come to understand that my thinking can either be in my favor or it can be my enemy. And for me, it was my enemy for years and years and years. Why? Because I thought, well, if you had my parents, well, if you had my ex-husband, well, we were poor. Well, why couldn't my parents be born in Hawaii and be wealthy? Why did I have to be born to these people? Always, always, always whining about why poor me? How come I couldn't have it better? Victim all the way. Victim of many things of my childhood I'm not going to speak of here today. Is that true? Absolutely. Victim as a child. When I get about 16, 17 years old, I'm not a victim anymore. What am I a victim of? My thoughts. Not of what's going on today. There's got to come a point in my life that I'm going to start taking responsibility for where I am today, not where I came from. Amazing things happened when I no longer blamed my parents for what had happened. I no longer blamed my ex-husband. I no longer blamed the teacher. And I started coming up out of that hole that I was in, those old habits of thinking, and started thinking different. I thought, gee whiz, I can think different. I don't love my daughter, it doesn't hurt anymore. No. It means I can't change it. See, acceptance is an incredible thing. Acceptance doesn't mean I gotta like it, I enjoy it, I agree with it, I approve of it, I'm gonna buy into it, I'm gonna do it too. It means I can't change a damn thing about it. So I accept it. I accept it because nothing happens to me, everything happens for me. So when the situation happens, when any situation happens, it happens one moment in time. That very next moment, it's not happening again. Nothing happens to me, everything happens for me. What's the big deal? What have I got to lose? I got to lose the fact that I'm never going to do it if I don't do it. Okay? Henry Ford said it. If you don't think you can, you can't. If I don't even try, then I never know. The only failure I'm going to have on this planet is failing to try. So if you're thinking about doing something that you've always wanted to do and you haven't done it, do it.
I thought it was really enlightening. It made me start thinking about things that I had not thought about before. I thought it was very empowering and gave me new food for thought.
Basically, her title says it all, that you need to change the way you perceive things.
She strikes the heart. Out of the heart reaches the heart. She gets right in there. I was with her one time when she spoke in front of 2,000 people. There were 2,000 people there. There were families, teenagers, parents, adults, every walk of life. And she had them all crying, all laughing, and all greeting her at the end of the talk. So she reaches all levels because she goes to the heart.
Well, that was an example of our workshop, The Art of Thinking. This workshop can be a 1 hour to an all-day seminar. We will custom design this workshop for your specific needs for your participants. Remember, thinking is not a science, it's an art. I look forward to working with you real soon. Thank you.